And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And joining me today is I'm a cat. Meow. Mr. Rapid Dave. How you doing, buddy?
It's I'm a cat. Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow. I'm a cat. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So we've been looking for stuff to watch. We're done with all of our shows for right now. And you were like, hey, let's plow through the highest grossing movies of all time. And I was like, all right. And then we looked at the list and we saw number one was Avatar. So here we are, the 2009 James Cameron movie. This one scored a 7.9 on IMDb, 82% Rotten Tomatoes, 86% of Google users. This starred Zoe Saldana, Sam Worthington, Sigourney Weaver, Michelle Rodriguez, Stephen Lang, Giovanni Ribisi, Joel David Moore, CCH Pounder. There's going to be 4 more of these movies, just
What?
FYI. Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't put out a new one in
Part
20
2's coming out.
years.
Part 2's coming out this year in December.
Oh.
Is when part 2 is supposed to be coming out. But yeah. What are your thoughts on this movie?
You know, when I actually watched this in almost one session, I took a break to stream, but I was eyes up most of the time. I was like, okay, because I don't remember it. I just remember it was a bunch of blue cats running around jamming their tails and stuff. That's what I don't really remember it because I really didn't care. I thought it was quite stupid the first time I watched it. I was like, I'm not interested. And when I'm not interested in something, I don't pay attention. I don't care. But this one was like, okay, let me take a look. And I was like, you got Sigourney Weaver in here, then Giovanni Ribisi. And I was like, interesting casting, right? Like I was just like a little thrown off by that. And they're in the middle of like this military operation. He's sitting there putting balls into a coffee mug in the middle. I'm like, okay, and then it's just stereotype city, right? Like the military guys, the gun, lifers and whatever. I don't know, but I can see why it was so popular back in 2009 because it was so advanced for its time.
Visually a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
And watching it on my TV doesn't know justice, right? I've got a 32-inch TV, TLC or whatever it is. It does it absolutely no justice to how. I just remember watching this in the theaters, and this was one I watched in IMAX, and it was just visually stunning, especially for the time. The story, I was lukewarm on the story. Now I remember going into this, and Liz's brother was like, "Dude, this movie, it's so amazing." Like he had already seen it like 3 times before I went and saw it. He's like, "This movie's gonna change your life, man. It's so great. It's so good." And I just remember watching it, going, "Huh. Well, it was cool, but
this is not a life-changing movie. It's not. It's it looks great, right? But the story does suck. It just kind of, you know what I mean? It's not like as soon as you saw this guy, his brother, he's a twin. He's in a wheelchair. They're both ex-Marines. He was supposed to be, they're the Avatar. So he's controlling this other body with his mind, and things like that. And as soon as I see him roll out there, I go, and he got up and started moving around and walking around. I go, he ain't ever coming back. I go, they'll figure out some way to get his mind into that body.
Right.
I was like, yeah, no, there ain't no way. Spoiler alert. I don't even need to make it to the end. But the fight scenes were great. Visual effects were amazing. But yeah, that's the storyline, right?
It's a movie about nature and about protecting the planet. And a few times I was just waiting for Captain Planet to come out and help out. But it's fun, right? It's definitely a movie you can sit down and enjoy. It is long. It's almost 3 hours.
2 hours and 42 minutes. Watching the Batman got me ready for this movie. So I was already trained up, locked and loaded. I gave it my all.
Yeah, and it's one of those where now there are a couple funny parts. Like I got a kick out of when he's trying to get on the little wing creature or whatever like that, and he's got him in like a chokehold, and I'm just waiting for him just to say, "Just go to sleep, just go to sleep," I'm like, all right, so we're doing MMA on this, but and then he's the jarhead and he's going in for recon and intel, and what does he do? He mates with the chief's daughter, like, and they only mate once. Once you do it, it's forever. Like, and yeah, but I mean, all in all, it's a good little movie. Suspend reality. Stephen Lang's character is freaking hilarious as the head military guy. Like, he's just so stereotypical.
They
It's
couldn't
just
stuff any more stereotypical crap into his character. Like, he was so annoying, and even towards the end, and I'm like, "Oh God, will someone kill this effing guy?"
yeah, and it's just I got a kick out of they're sitting there and you're getting ready for the big final battle, and it's all the blue people, the cats, and they're getting ready to go up against this fight against all the guns and everything like that, and they're completely overmatched. And Jake's like, but they're coming to our territory, our ground. We have the advantage here.
You have home field advantage.
A home field advantage. That lasted all of like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he goes, "This
Like,
is our planet. Like, it's not
yeah,
your planet either, Slim." It's like,
yeah. They totally all got owned. They were on the outs, and then they spoke to Awa. Jacob spoke to Awa, their deity, their god, and all of nature came to protect itself. All the creatures came, and now they were all one big super team of super friends, and turned the tides of the war.
all that did was make me run off, my mind run off. I'm like, what if every creature turned against us in the world? We'd be wiped out in like 35 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, we'd be completely screwed. Completely screwed.
I mean, really, all they have to do is disrupt the internet, water, and electricity. We're effed.
You
We'll
just,
kill ourselves.
you just take the internet out and we're effed. I'm just telling you right now, man. Like, people don't know how to act without the internet. But yeah, I'll tell you one thing that I do think is interesting about movies like this, where you have an alien species, whatever, and they create an entire language for that movie. I think that's pretty interesting and neat because they legit create an entire language for this movie, and they do it with other stuff, like they've done it with Star Trek with the Klingons, Wookiees, Jawas, all that fun stuff. And people, I guarantee you, there are people that know how to speak this language.
I mean, people know how to speak Klingon, so why wouldn't they be able to speak this?
Exactly. So, but I mean, all in all, visually a beautiful movie. It's fun. It's not one of those that I'm. I think I've seen. I think the last time I saw this was whenever it came out on Blu-ray. Right, like we saw it in the theaters, and I was like, okay, cool. And then we picked it up when it came out on Blu-ray, and I sat down and watched it with the kiddos, and I ain't watched it since. I haven't even thought about watching it since.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't remember watching it the first time. I just know it had the blue cat, so I had to have watched it at some point, right? But this, I actually gave it a try, and I did like the movie. The story is just kind of whatever, right? The storyline, the lingo, the quick the cutbacks to one of the military guys or Michelle Rodriguez saying something stupid, and it's just that didn't ruin it for me. But it definitely it made me really like this movie. Like, will I watch it again? I don't know, probably not.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
I'll tell you what I got a kick out of. So the gunner on Michelle Rodriguez's ship that she piloted, did he not look like a knockoff Vin Diesel?
Instead of yelling "get some," he should have been going "family" the whole time. Never turn your back on family.
Oh, but yeah, I saw that and I go, huh, kind of looks like Vin Diesel there. Okay.
Yeah, not a bad 2 hours and 42 minutes. Not bad at all. But like I said, I remember it differently. And this one, I think it was fine. It just, I guess, I don't know, not written that great, right, or something like that. Not where I'm like, it's 2009, right? Things are cheesy, and especially if you go back 12 years, things are cheesy.
Right. Yeah.
Quick little one-liners and stuff like that. It doesn't hold up. None of that stuff holds up.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the part 2 is going to be coming out this year. It's supposed to be coming out in December of this year. I'll go see it when it comes out. This is one of those that it's going to be visually beautiful again, right? Because they have to update. It has to be better than the last one. One, time technology is better. 2, it's what the movie is known for. So this might be something that I go check out in IMAX when it comes out because it's going to be an experience. It's going to be beautiful to watch. Um,
I'll go and watch it in IMAX, but I'll bring AirPods and I'll hook up like a symphony in the
okay.
background. So I'll watch 3 hours or listen to 3 hours of like some symphony just playing to it. I'm like, hey, it's going to be close enough.
Like some Sebastian Bach or some Beethoven or something like that,
Beethoven.
maybe. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
No pain.
You got anything else on this one?
Nah, it's all right.
All right. Yeah, hey, it's over on Disney Plus, so go check it out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Is there anything you want us to watch? Shoot us over an email, parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. Talk to you guys later. Deuces.